Wanderers, welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 28. Before we start the episode, a friendly reminder. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you, but make sure you're subscribed. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. I think it's only one TikTok, though. Mm-hmm. Okay. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Velpen Trucking and Disposal.
Our title sponsor is Velpen Trucking and Disposal. It's that time of year, folks. Time to spring clean. You can take the time and have the hassle of bagging everything up, throwing it in your vehicle, and dumping it in the dumpster. Or you can call our friends at Velpen Disposal and get a roll-off dumpster in any size that you need. They have dumpsters in all sizes. Big spring cleaning projects need big dumpsters. Velpen will drop the dumpster off. You call when you are done, and they will haul it away. Hassle-free, and you can do it on your own time. Don't be silly and think you have all the time. Call Velpen today.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast,
where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast, coming to you from our buddy Smoker's Lounge.
Wondering Dutchmen! Yeah! The Wondering Dutchmen! Yeah!
Here we go! Welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
gets me every time.
Season 2, Episode 28. Today's date is April 19th. We are recording this on April 11th for a point of reference in time.
There it is.
Sitting to my right in the middle with the turquoise and the bandana back on. He left his rose-colored glasses in Southern California, probably with a shot of tequila and a half-burnt cigarette.
Desert highway.
Is our buddy David Allen Smoker.
Yeah, that's right.
Sitting across from me with his Googler machine, his cup of coffee. Hello, gorgeous. With the mustache and the glasses and a little bit of mess of hair, our buddy, Big Mace.
Boom, boom.
Sitting in the room across the way, getting ready to crack another beer with the Russian pilot hat on, is our buddy, United States Army veteran, Couch Guy. The only one on the show with diabetes. And old Dixie girl. Take a little nap over there on the couch. And I am Casey
Esquire.
Before we get into today's episode, let's hear from our segment sponsor, Krieg Insurance.
This segment is brought to you by our buddy, Matt Krieg of Krieg Insurance. Matt is all about finding you the right coverage for you, your family, your business, and your budget. Matt scours all companies, local and national, to find you the best fit for your needs and budget. Give Matt a call today and see what he can do for you. We only recommend the best, and Matt is the best.
Big thank you to our buddy Matt Krieg. We appreciate his support. We talked, what was that, last week's episode? 2 weeks ago, where we discussed life insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Go see our buddy Matt Krieg. I'm sure when Kriego hears the episode, because I think it comes out on the 12th, which is tomorrow, which is a week ago, according to the time flux capacitor there, he's probably going to be laughing. So probably not going to want to be associated with a show full of dumbasses that think we can just pick random Social Security numbers and get them some life insurance.
Hey, you never know until you ask.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. Big fella?
Yeah.
How's your week been? Talk to us.
Well, guys,
Tell you what you want to.
My, second week back at work?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, for reference, are all those cameras recording still? That's what Couch Guy's looking for. For reference, today is Thursday. So, I'm almost 2 weeks in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. Had a mean case of the fats lately because I've been kind of sore getting back after it. But other than that, I'm just working, baseballing, softballing, podcasting,
tracking.
Yeah, we're
fielding.
Yeah, fielding. And
Love
Do we cross country yet?
no, it's in the fall. It's in the fall. Husbanding,
How's that going?
child raising, eclipse watching.
Yeah.
Lawn mowing.
Huh?
Lawn mowing.
I did. I got the tractor back. Had the I bent the Cubs running fine,
Uh-huh.
but I got the JD back the other day. Had a cracked deck mount arm. Don't know how that works, but
Probably big rocks or stuff.
pretty sure the warden did that. That's what we're going to chalk it up to.
That's what we're going with?
Yeah, but
That'd be a hell of a jolt there. I think.
yeah. So anyway,
I think I remember a story about a big jolt last year for one of the two of you.
oh yeah, it would have been Justine. Yeah, got a big old sandstone lodged in the deck there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, other than that, just spring has sprung. The dogwoods are blooming.
It's pretty, isn't
The
it?
mushrooms are popping.
Kind of chilly.
Grass is growing like crazy. Weeds are coming up. I told Cesar today this could be a bumper crop for dandelions.
We've got them.
Holy shit, did they come on strong?
Mine's not so bad yet. Normally I got a quarter of my yard's dandelion, but it
Well,
so far so
I
good.
seen a thing on TikTok too. Our friend at Vocus Lawn Care,
Yeah.
his wife made a little TikTok or a reel about how to make dandelion fritters. Fried dandelions. You ever seen that?
Hell no, but I could make us a mess of them
Half a
most of the time.
half a cup of flour, half a cup of cornmeal, milk, whip it together, make you a little batter. Take the flours, batter them, and fry them in the skillet with some oil.
Maybe that'd be good for allergy training.
Make little dandelion pancakes is what she called them.
Interesting.
Yeah. Little dipper do. So the eclipse was Monday, April the 8th.
Uh-huh.
Was a total eclipse in our area here in the 47
Total eclipse of the
in the 47541 area, and 42 area, and 46 area. We went to totality at 3:06, and it lasted for about 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
Right on cue.
And then it kind of eased on back into a partial afterwards. And I'll have to say it was that was actually, I think it was probably, that was our first totality that I can remember in our lifetime, like an actual totality. Huh? Yeah, well, unless we travel, because there's another one in August in South America. But
Well, and in 2 years, we could all go to Disney World to see it.
Well, I thought I was going to go across that swamp down there south of
well, that's the Florida.
Ooh, I
That's the
wonder when that
Florida.
would be.
The Florida one.
2025.
Yeah,
No,
2025.
I know, but like when? Like,
August.
Mhm.
oh, well,
No. Yeah, it is in August. August of 25.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not 25. It's
26.
45. It's in 20 years. Huh? Anyway, it was wild. It was crazy. I mean, I've seen partials before. Like in 17, we weren't in the totality, and that was pretty wicked where we would look
You
up.
see that girl on TikTok's got a partial?
What?
Like, she's got like a nice smile, and then she pops that tooth out, and all of a sudden she's like straight to
You're an
the
idiot.
I thought you were getting ready to say something else, but
No,
Yeah. But anyway, the this time was wild, man. It was eerie, like the hue of the just everything, like it was, I don't know. You missed it, pal. And I'm sad that you missed it because it was pretty wild for real.
I was only really upset that I missed it with the kids, but Jenna said the kids seemed to not really give a shit.
really?
Yeah,
As soon as it got over, like, so where we
she
were,
like had to wrestle them all together to get them to look at it.
she didn't do that.
Oh,
The guy hosting the party did.
okay. Well,
Our-
she said they needed it corralled.
Yeah, our friend Dr. Blessinger.
I thought you had to work. How'd you get there?
We got off just a shade early.
Oh,
That's cool. Where were you?
right there.
We were at, so friend of the program, F. Gene Mattingly, has a basketball court in his
Did you say
backyard.
F. Gene Mattingly?
I'd never say anything like that about him.
I would
Well,
never
his
say
real
that
name,
either.
his first name's actually Frederick.
Oh, good to know.
But
Can't wait to
anyways,
see him. Hey, Freddie!
no, don't do that.
Ah, you told me to.
No, I didn't tell you to. But anyways, they were playing pickleball on a half day.
Oh, Oh.
And we had stopped by with the kids, and we were talking, and they're like, "Hey, where's Janelle and Rhett?" And I was like, she's coming from work. They're going to be here soon." And so then we went and picked up them, and we kind of came back, and we had a perfect view there in their backyard, and kids got to run around and play a little bit, and it was a nice little thing.
So we went over to Dr. Brian Blessinger's there. The wife and the kids were over there early. We worked till 2 and got off, and was able to get over there for that. But like, they were all playing basketball and going ham and all that, and then they were like, "Sit down and put your glasses on," and they did. And then we watched it, and then like as soon as it was like kind of past totality, then they started playing basketball again. It was funny, but they all looked, we took.
I kept
pictures.
looking on the Ring camera to see if it looked different, but it didn't ever really look different outside here.
Yeah, it was wild.
It was. I think it
was nuts for sure.
So the resort. Well, I can talk about that when it comes over. Go ahead.
No, we can talk about it in general. Like,
okay.
This is open forum now. Like my week's over.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so now we're just talking about it.
Well, we get Dave's week. Dave, how was your week?
It was okay. Went to California. Glad to be back. Mowed some grass right before I left. Need to mow grass again. Cleared out a fence row that been needing cleared out. Got more of that to do.
Yeah.
Got to build a bed and a headboard and some other stuff this weekend yet. Fix a Yukon. Yeah, it's just, glad to be back to
Chorin.
things to do.
Chorin. Got a lot of chorin. Yeah, well, that's good. My week, so mentioned it on Wednesday. We got a 6-year-old in the house. So we had a little birthday party for the little girl. And always good to celebrate birthdays and celebrate as many of them as you can. But the eclipse work's been busy. We unfortunately got a little bit of the rain bug, so it's kind of affected some baseballing. Which is unfortunate. But Rhino had his first biddy T-ball practice today as a 4-year-old.
That's a joke.
It is, but he enjoys it.
That's
and it
good.
gets him into it.
That's good.
And he actually...
I shouldn't say that. It's not a joke. It's actually, they do a good job herding cats, but it's tough to...
You should have zero expectation of it
Yes.
being entertaining for parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, socialization, kids do it.
Yeah.
Zoe really, like for soccer, I think it made a big difference for her going into grass this year. She played well.
Yeah.
Just getting them in early, I guess, and meeting other kids.
The dots, they get the big
that
dots.
gets tough.
Yeah.
But so he actually is swinging as a lefty a little bit.
Oh.
So friend of the program, Amy McHugh, had been watching the kids some when I had baseball. Janelle's got work, and she'll graciously come out and watch my children. But she's like, yeah, he picks up the bat and he'll start swinging left-handed. So I was like, well, if I start him early enough swinging left-handed, he'll never know the difference.
Yeah, Eleanor's left-handed.
And he'll still throw
bats.
right.
She bats left-handed. Throws right.
Well, that's what I would want him to do.
Yeah, slapper.
We don't want him to do that. We want him to drive the baseball.
Well, I mean, like for Eleanor, like she could be a slapper.
Oh, yes.
Like what slapping is in softball.
Yeah, hey, big softball guy over here now.
Right.
Okay, we're part of the program.
Good. Did you get
6U Flames.
Did you get your shirts?
Got it picked up today.
Yeah.
Which friend of the program, I'm not going to say who it is, Dave, but he's kind of shorter, bald. This guy's best buddy may have a beard. But I'm not going to say who it is. Just going to describe him to a T. He's got 2 girls. One's about my
His
daughter.
name might also be corresponding with something that you walk in on.
Matt.
The floor.
Yeah, not that you want to walk on him.
Floor,
nice guy.
a floor mat.
So I saw Coach Noblet at and we can talk about it when we get to the general session there, but I said, hey, how's them 6U Flames looking? And he said, well, it's 6-year-old softball. It's not good. I was like, hey,
man.
Zoe need to work on anything? They all need to work on something. Thanks, Coach. Looking forward to it.
He's a turn. Well, you never know. We, me and him, we've coached a lot together, and he knows what it takes.
Yeah.
He's got what it takes.
But yeah, that's it. It's just been busy. Been busy. Work's been busy.
Hell yeah.
So, But yeah, we so the eclipse was on the 8th, as Big Fella said.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed it safely. If you're listening to it outside of the area in which there was any kind of pure totality, you need to find a place to go check it out because it was cool. It got dark. It kind of got eerie. It almost reminded me of a big thunderstorm rolling in, Dave. But the resort did it big. They had a lot of people out on the front lawn like 9:30 in the morning already picking out their spots on the front lawn. Wow. So there was quite a
There
bit of
apparently
that.
was some eclipse action in California because everybody's out there with their glasses, and then some dumbasses out there just looking at it. So I thought that was kind of funny to take an opportunity to say, yeah, I heard actually as long as it's not covering it all the way, you can look at it.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know how many people did that or not.
That's an interesting take on everything.
I will say that when it was at its totality, that you could look at it with now glasses.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that was the.
Is it bad for you?
I mean, no, they say it's not, but they also, it's probably just, I mean, it was, never mind.
What about the size of that solar flare at the bottom? Did you
That
see the
was
photos
cool.
of those?
Did you see the pictures I posted? My buddy took it.
Yes,
Very well.
I shared that with another couple friends of ours that were at at Brian's whenever that was going down, and they were like, "Man, what the hell?" And then the guy was like, "Yeah, they said that several solar flares could be visible as well."
Yeah, that was cool.
Very nutty.
Huntingburg, City of Huntingburg. Well, I guess it was not the city of Huntingburg, but
No, it
the
was
destination
Destination.
Huntingburg.
Yeah,
They had a little party out at the airport.
yeah,
I think it was attended.
yeah. Not very many people showed up. I think there was a lot more. What do you call it? I think there was a lot more expected. That than actually did. But I think the problem with it is that with this totality thing, there's a lot more than just Huntingburg, Indiana that was in its totality. You know what I mean? Like there was a pretty good swath that was going on.
Well,
the way
you're
up
fighting Bloomington. You're fighting a place like the resort. You're fighting a place like
Texas to
Evansville.
Maine,
yeah,
like
Vincennes,
Vincennes had a big shindig.
Indianapolis, Richmond.
Texas to Maine.
Yeah.
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 So with that being said, it was kind of a tough spot.
Did you
But
see the shit where there's where it was like, what's the moon doing over there if it's supposed to be in front of the sun? Do you see those pictures?
No,
Oh.
Didn't see those.
pretty kooky.
Did you see the GIF where it's the nut sack that comes across?
Yeah, I did.
That was- our buddy Brad Merkley said, "Hey, this is the view of my eclipse."
No, I think it was cool. Holland, they said Holland Park had a bunch of people, and there was actually a
couple from
Maryland
Yeah, really cool.
came down to check it out, and I think that was pretty neat.
Hey, but you know what my favorite part of the eclipse was?
The chemtrails the government dropped on everybody while they were looking up.
No, no.
Okay.
Is that real, Dave?
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Do you guys all feel a little bit like more relaxed about the world and some sort of unity at the time?
Yeah,
That's chemicals. You don't like anybody that much.
I did see
full of rainbow and sunshine.
I did see a meme where it said something like, "Dear Eclipse, thank you. You've finally made a generation of kids that don't look up, look up." That was pretty cool.
It was true.
I know, but my favorite part of the whole shooting match was the comedy show at the Gaslight Pizza and Grill tonight, the 6th of April.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
That was a blast.
Big shout out. We got, I guess, invited. Our buddy Curtis Crow. Curtis has been on the show. Did an awesome job. Curtis he said, hey, go out there, open. I think it worked out pretty well. Packed house there at the Gaslight.
He puts on a heck of a program.
And then we met friend of the we could say friend of the program, right?
Said he listened to it all the way down. I mean, he might have just been being nice.
DJ Ribsky. He was good. He was really good. And we cut a little bit of kind of an after show podcast that I really feel bad because I kind of took charge of it. And
you stole it.
I didn't mean to.
You really locked it in.
I didn't mean to.
Any more questions?
I didn't mean to.
It was a good time, man. It was a good time. I mean, DJ obviously knows his way around a stage, and he's a seasoned on the road comic and everything like that. I know he worked the crowd and basically, just killed it in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of positive feedback on our little deal there too. A lot of. I think people thought that it was pretty cool, and
Yeah.
for our first time. Doing anything like that in front of a crowd. I I thought it was pretty cool.
I still think that we could do like a live podcast show.
I mean, maybe.
I think it.
I spent an awful lot of time. I've not had one episode that I've not edit something out that I thought may or may not get us canceled. Not one episode.
Okay. Well, whose fault's that?
It's mixed sometimes.
Mostly mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
But
see
we're a
where
tripod.
we are.
So without one leg, the rest of us fall.
Yeah.
And without the leg that does the editing, the rest of us might fall.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, if we can get a time delay and somebody like good friend Curtis Crow to like be quick with a beep button or something,
Yeah.
it might be okay.
Well, but I think if you did,
We're listed as explicit.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's,
but it's-
it's not a
it's not the
carte
F-bombs.
blanche to
Say whatever the hell you want to say.
Parquet Blanche.
Yeah.
blank check.
Huh. I'm damn. Didn't know you spoke French.
We.
Well, it's Portuguese. I mean, it's not, but it's
Wow.
okay. Yeah, we. I don't know, but if you did a live show, like we wouldn't air it, or we would record it, and then we would be able to go back through and edit
Yeah,
it.
that's true. That's true. Not like a live stream, you mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
yeah. We'll
Saw
get to that.
earlier.
We'll get to that here too soon. But no, I think it was a blast. Those guys that do it, and it was. We talked about it on Curtis's post-show podcast that I took over.
You did. You talked about it.
That the difference in like the joke writing where they're at, like comparing Curtis to DJ, because like DJ, his jokes kind of layer a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Like an onion.
Yeah. And
what?
And Curtis's aren't. I'm not saying they're not, but there's a complexity a little bit to DJ, and in his joke telling and how he spins that yarn. That Curtis is getting there. And like I think even Curtis was like, that's experience. That's being on the road. That's doing shows every weekend and doing as much, because DJ's only been doing it, what do you say, 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, he's almost like 10,000 followers on Instagram. By the way, if you haven't followed DJ Ripsky on Instagram, you should, because he's got a lot of funny shit on there.
Yeah, he does a lot.
Schwing's clip made it on his Instagram page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whenever Chris got mad that he didn't tell the Waka Flocka joke,
I don't know that I'm.
you were in it, the video.
Yeah, I know. Oh, no. Yeah,
Over
at the current.
Yeah, we were over at the doing the
When he just recited the joke.
yeah, Chris
for him.
recited one of DJ's bits, and DJ recorded it, and they thought
Yeah.
it was funny.
Yeah.
And he put it on his Instagram page.
Yeah, he was mad. Chris was mad that DJ didn't do that particular joke
Yeah.
about Waka.
Oh, I thought you were saying he might be mad that DJ posted it.
No.
I would figure Schwing's an open book.
Yeah, no, he don't give two shits.
No.
I just thought it was funny that DJ posted a video of Schwing telling one of his own jokes on his own Instagram page.
What is that? That imitation is the greatest.
Form of flattery.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think it
Mhm.
was. Let's also talk about the white Bronco in the room.
Yeah,
The white Bronco being
rotten hell, you lying bastard.
the death.
Now, why
O.J.
hold on.
Simpson.
Now, what's that fella's name that used to be an Olympian and now he's a woman?
Bruce Jenner,
Caitlyn Jenner.
Why did he post something about it? Like, what's his beef with OJ?
because they were probably. Oh, he has a beef with OJ.
Well, he said something like "good riddance, OJ" or something.
Oh, he's a liar.
Okay, I didn't know if there was some like.
Well, I think
He said he would spend the rest of his life trying to find the killer that killed his wife and
Who
Whoever.
killed his wife?
I would. I would very.
OJ. He did.
He spent the rest of his life trying to find the killer.
That's
That's what he was
swore
saying on the
was gonna do.
stage. That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying in court after he was acquitted, or like
Yeah.
he was proven not guilty.
Who did OJ kill? Was his wife?
It's his wife
Yeah.
and her, his estranged wife and her lover. They were in the middle of like marital issues, I believe.
So she was stepping out.
They weren't living together, I don't
So
think.
were they married?
They might have still been, or they might have just been divorced.
Yeah, divorced. No go.
But I think he was beating on her. I think that there was some issues there with old OJ.
Was OJ in the Naked Gun? Was that Naked
Yes.
Gun movies? Was that before all that happened? I guess Naked Gun movies.
Yeah, because he killed her like early
93?
90s.
Maybe
Those were like mid to late 80s.
And he was a
Running back for USC.
football. I can't remember if he was a football player, baseball
And
player.
1968 Heisman Trophy
Played
winner.
for the Dolphins.
Dolphins, and did he play for the Raiders?
Several other ones, yeah.
Yeah. But what was his real first name? Othel?
Orenthal.
Orenthal. Close.
Caitlin's connection to OJ was part of the Kardashian-Simpsons web.
Oh,
What is the
because
Kardashian Simpson web?
Robert Kardashian was
the
on
first
the
husband
defense team.
of Caitlin's ex-wife.
See, I don't need to read this to tell you that Robert Kardashian was co-counsel with Johnny Cochran. And
Johnny Cochran.
So there's actually allegations
Me and
that
Sloan Kettering.
which one of the Kardashian girls was maybe OJ's. There was always that no, it's true. There was always that rumor that one of the Kardashian kids was possibly OJ's.
Somebody
like
needs
Chloe.
to get her a pair of isodonors and try them on. The glove didn't fit.
Well, you know how he beat that?
Bullshit. The glove fit. It looked like the son of a bitch was built for him.
Well, you
Get
know
ya?
what? You want to know
How old were you when that happened? 8?
6 or
Do you
7.
remember it that well?
Yeah.
No,
If
you
the gloves
don't.
doesn't
It's on
fit,
TV
you
every
must have
day.
quit. Plus, he's a big true crime guy. I'm sure he's picking
Yeah,
up on all his
dumbass.
listening.
And I watched Ace Ventura a
Oh,
bunch.
yeah.
So listen to this. He actually. So that was the big game.
You remember when Ace Ventura came out and they actually did an Isodonors commercial on Ace Ventura and Dan Marino was doing the gloves and then they did I don't know, it's stupid.
Great movie review. He quit taking his arthritis medicine like a week or two before the trial, so his hands would get
swell.
inflamed.
He's a lying son of a bitch.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It was all over he killed her.
I don't know. I never watched any of the trial. I remember it's like a big to do.
And then the whole like driving the white Bronco down the 405 or whatever the highway
yeah, didn't
was.
Bronco sales go up like a shit ton after that?
Yeah, buddy, especially white ones. I don't know that either. He did die at age 76 from cancer.
And did they say what kind?
No.
He actually did a long stint in Nevada
He was in jail, wasn't he?
because him and another guy robbed 2 memorabilia dealers.
But he like robbed his own stuff out, right?
That's what he said. It was stuff that was his because the judge sentenced him to like 33 years. So a lot of people believe that his heavy sentence was based on you got away with this one. I'm going to give you as much as I can get on this one. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like if you went through a jury trial and passed, you can't hold it against him the next time around, can you?
When things look the way they did, and then they did every dirty trick in the book to.
Oh, I guess
it.
I don't know the dirty trick part. I just
Well, you quit taking your arthritis medicine so the glove doesn't fit, and then your defense counsel makes the argument that if the glove does not fit, you must have quit because that must have been a linchpin of the evidence. Because I don't think they ever found the knife, they never found the murder weapon because they were stabbed, and there was a lot of other mysterious stuff surrounding
so
it.
we can't trust the judicial system. Is what I'm hearing.
Judicial system.
Well, think about it. So when did they beat that Rodney King beatings? When were those?
1970.
No, it was like 90. It was right around this time.
Who the hell's Rodney King?
Are you kidding me? Beat it like a cop? The riots? Yeah, Dave's got a shirt.
Oh, yeah, I know the song about the riots. Yeah,
That's him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 white cops beat the piss out of this guy.
1991.
And then when was the OJ trial? 93? 94?
The Bronco, I feel like, was a 93 or 94 looking at the body style. It was after 91.
Shit, 94.
Yeah. So that was
What year was the Bronco?
it was 92, Dave.
I don't know. My dad had a thought was a 95. Was it? No, it was not. OJ's Bronco.
You had the wrong headlights to be in 80s. It's like 93 those came out.
Well, and I think the prosecutor, or the district
Doesn't
attorney in OJ's case, wasn't very good either. She was underprepared for Johnny Cochran and the crew.
Okay.
But that's kind of a cool, like OJ, to be known as OJ. Got the juice.
That my cousin is. My cousin
understand.
Ori James.
Yeah.
Or does he go by OJ?
My dad calls him that.
Okay. Cool. A lot of research going on here.
Yeah, it was in 93. Sorry. Next to Ted Bundy's Volkswagen Bug and John Dillinger's Red Essex, the 1993 white Ford Bronco now resides in the Alcatraz East Crime Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Alcatraz East.
In Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
So some of the evidence that should have convicted, prosecution's DNA test results in the Simpson case indicated that O.J. Simpson blood was found on or near a gate at the murder scene, and that Nicole Brown Simpson's blood was found on socks taken by police from O.J.'s residence.
Yeah.
The gloves were one of the prosecution's biggest pieces of evidence in the trial of Simpson, as the glove found behind the ex-running back's property purportedly had blood containing genetic markers of himself, Brown, and Goldman.
Come.
I don't think that's...
He might have been given a handy. Doesn't mean he murdered somebody.
Yeah. A real rough one
Yeah.
with some isotoners on it. Maybe he didn't trim his nails.
I don't
If
think
he had
that's...
gloves on, he wouldn't need his nails would be.
Well, if they poke through.
Oh, good God, that'd be a gator grip. Huh?
You know they still have the
Gangly
gloves
fingernail.
carefully preserved and guarded at the offices of the Los Angeles County District Attorney.
Why would you showcase if that's truly the case and you just
Well, it's in an
drop the
evidence
ball?
locker. Well, because
Oh.
technically the case is still open.
Yeah, because they never found.
They never found the murderer.
Yeah.
Because once he was acquitted, that's why he could talk about it. That's why he wrote a book, If I Did It, Here's How, or some shit. He wrote a book shortly thereafter he was acquitted. Because once he was acquitted, once that trial went to jury and they found him not guilty, double jeopardy would take effect. So I don't even know if you could have you couldn't have. You couldn't retry him. I don't think. I'd have to look it up to be certain. But even if there was new evidence found that, because once you're convicted, that's kind of like when we talked to Uncle
well, then how
Todd
do
about
people get out of prison if they've been wrongfully convicted?
What do you mean?
Isn't there people that are not supposed to be?
Yeah,
in
but
prison?
But they haven't been convicted twice.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, I mean, if there's new evidence that changes the light of things, you
But
think-
then that's the prosecutor's problem.
Yeah, but they were proven guilty first and then proven innocent. They weren't proven innocent
understand that
first
part.
and then convicted.
yeah, I understand that part.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
Why can you do it one way and not the other?
because it's not a double jeopardy issue. Because the court has technically already found you guilty. Here they found you not guilty, can't retry you to try to find you guilty. It's how it all.
It's just like you can't get 2 speeding tickets in one day.
Yeah, you can.
That's terrible advice.
You 110% get to. I've known people to do it.
I know.
People that peel away from the cop and then they just get them a little bit later down the road.
Yeah, I don't think that's a speeding ticket. That's a reckless driving thing.
Unsafe start.
Mhm.
Wild deal back in the 90s.
It was a wild time.
Nancy Kerrigan.
Mm-hmm. That early 90s, I think that shaped up a lot of the problems that we have today.
You reckon?
No, I don't know. That's hard to say. It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
That's a weird one. I just don't have much to say about OJ. I'm neither here nor there on it.
I mean, just it doesn't pique your interest?
No.
Didn't
Like, I mean,
follow
I
it
know.
a bit.
I mean, no. Everybody's following it. Like my mom and all them. It was always on, and they were talking about it. But I just never. I mean, I don't know.
Well, here's the other thing about it too. Like when we talked to Uncle Todd and the Burger Chef murders up South Indy.
Yeah.
That's why they haven't brought that. Because if you lose and you don't have your best evidence where you think you can convict that person, then you can never go
You
back.
kind of shoot your wad and then you can never go back.
Yeah. Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Right.
So
Can't unspill the milk.
that is true.
Go
That is
ahead,
very
Wes.
true.
You got one there, huh, Granny? Come on, let her eat.
I saw something this week that really bothered me.
Oh, man.
Really bothered me. So I was at a local gas station in West Baden.
Fast
And-
Eddie's.
Yeah. And they weren't from around these parts, so probably not fans of the show. They were from another state because it was Eclipse Week. And
Lots of out of state listeners.
yeah, that's true. We probably are. And if they are, then I don't like them anyways. So they pull into the gas station. Had gotten me a Diet Mountain Dew for the trip home.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed they were both smoking. No qualms with that.
At the pump?
No. Like they're
Oh.
pulling into a parking spot.
Oh.
Windows up, both of them are smoking. I think the window might have been cracked a little bit.
Oh, good God.
I have no problem with it. If you smoke, hey, that's cool. Cool on you. Now, I don't think it wasn't marijuana. It didn't give off the odor of burnt marijuana. Regular old tobacco cigarettes. No big deal. I got no qualms with it. Until I see her open the back seat or the back door and about a 5-year-old boy gets out.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
Been there.
I hated it. It just kind of like a gut punch. Because it's like, if you want to do it to yourself, go for it.
I had one today. Matter of fact, I think we could talk about it. I had one today that kind of socked me right in the old gut. We had headed out after lunch to do some pothole fixing
Mm-hmm.
with some universal patching material. We were running a grid, looking for holes. We were hole hunting, and yeah, baby. And then we seen a
Johnny Sins out there?
seen a woman.
Johnny Sins.
You don't know who Johnny Sins is?
He's not my episode, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
He is a adult male performer.
Oh, I was going to make a joke about taking flour or something, but
He's an American pornography actor.
Pornea. Them syllables get in the way.
Good looking dude too. Good grief. We were driving down the road looking for potholes and seen a young girl, toddler age, probably 3, 4-ish. No shoes, in the rain, cold, wet. And then there was an older woman that had draped her jacket around her and was kind of like, comforting her. Flashers on her car, sitting kind of not in the curb line, but like she kind of looked like she attempted to pull over, but like really not that much. So
Yeah.
it was still kind of a pain in the ass to get around her. And I told Cesar, I was like, man, that didn't look right. And he's like, no, it didn't. So we went down to the next intersection and slowly turned around and went back up the hill. And by the time we had crested back up the hill, we seen 2 members of HPD up there.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a DCS case where there was some neglect going on. And I just, man, like, unreal. You know what I mean?
I could tell you stories.
I know. And like David told a story about incident that happened to him in Gatlinburg where a little tyke was getting mistreated and shit, and it's like, I know this is not like a get off my lawn podcast, but like, Jesus Christ, dude, like if you're going to have kids, be present, but I don't know.
Not necessarily be present, be responsible.
Yeah.
Like give a shit.
Like parent responsible. That's a good.
Yeah, parent responsibly.
yeah.
Dude, I could tell you some things that you wouldn't believe happen in our community. I wouldn't say that we're an uber affluent community. We're not a Carmel by any means.
We're not even a Lyft fluent community.
What?
I don't have a clue what the hell you just...
Live fluent?
Lyft. You said we don't have Uber. I said we don't have Lyft either.
Yeah, that's your episode, Dave.
Or we don't. What else is it?
Jesus Christ.
We're not even a Lyft fluent community either. Or a Uber Eats. Or a DoorDash fluent.
A lot of issues
communities.
there. But so anyways, it's
Yeah.
but we're still, I wouldn't say I would say our median income is fairly decent.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate in that.
Yeah.
But
In
some of
DuBois
the
County?
yes,
Okay.
I would say our median income is probably mid to low 30s.
I was going to say low 30s, maybe, but
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to probably look it up. But yeah, there's things you wouldn't believe that happen. Go on.
say
here.
there's some higher salaries in DuBois County that really shove that.
offset some of it.
Yeah. Well, I guess say median and not average, but yeah, it really pulls it that one direction.
Is that your favorite band too?
Right Direction?
One Direction.
What? Oh,
Harry Styles. And
Who?
Harry Styles come from One Direction? Okay. That dog don't hunt, obviously.
dog don't hunt.
$37,659 as of 2022.
Don't believe that.
Du Bois County, Indiana, median.
Right, that's a
Income.
skewed data though from the.
Would that come from the census or the Bureau of Labor Statistics?
Should be the-
Census Bureau.
Oh well, that's all made up anyway.
You've been on a big anti-government rant lately.
That's not lately. I mean, yeah.
It's not lately.
40 years.
It's been my whole life, you know.
From day one, I haven't trusted it.
So I think this is public knowledge.
Oh, boy.
No, it is because it was Facebook official.
Okay.
Got a big gut punch in the belly this week,
Yeah, I know where you're going.
and it's something that you don't ever want to hear about. And I was going to save it for my final thought, but since there's been some stuff develop with it, I'll go ahead and discuss it now before my final thought. But one of our local PD guys got some devastating news this week that his wife was diagnosed with stage 3 pancreatic cancer. She's like in her 30s with 2 kids, very active, CrossFitter. Thought she had some back pain going on, and then she thought she had some belly stuff, and like you didn't really know what was going down. And then like one of the ladies at the CrossFit gym was like, "You should probably go get a scan." And they did, and it come back that she's got stage 3 pancreatic cancer. So now they've got a big surgery scheduled. So she'll go in for like I think they're going to take off the bottom, a considerable amount of
The
her pancreas.
tail of the pancreas.
Yeah.
It's a modified Whipple procedure.
Yeah. So they're going to take that wiffle ball bat thing out and then, go in there and take some lymph nodes and do some other shit. But they've got a store going on. They've got a store, an online shirt store. It's Fight for Courtney or something like that. I think it's what it's called. But anyway, we're going to share that link, I think, on our Facebook
There's no think.
page.
We are.
Yeah,
We will.
we're going to share that thing.
And they also have a fundraising event coming up in July.
Exactly. So we were reached out. A guy reached out to us. Another PD member reached out to me and us. As when I say me, I say us. But
Because we're a tripod day.
because we're a tripod, we're going to throw some stuff together and probably get down on that. And then we're going to do whatever we can do within our power because this guy is a near and dear friend to me and Casey and David. He would be a good friend of yours too if you ever got to formally meet him. But we played football together in high school and, small town, grew up together. And
one of them guys you've known all your life.
yeah, for sure. And he's a huge fan of the show. He listens every week, and he has since we started. And so I feel like it's something that we definitely need to do. So I just want, if you're listening at home, you're not in this alone. We'll do whatever we can do for you or for your kids and for your family. And the Dutchmen have got your back, babe. And
We're praying for you guys.
yeah, exactly. We're going to buckle up and we're going to try to help with whatever you guys need help with. And all I got to say is I know it's kind of got gloomy and doomy, but it's a serious thing. And like it's early and we got there's some, we'll see how the surgery goes and everything like that, and just wait for more developments. But I just wanted to get that out before I forgot about it because I'm usually pretty forgetful,
No.
I figured I would just interrupt, whoever I needed to interrupt to kind of get that in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. That was just something that I wanted to talk about. But anyway, how about the weather outside?
It's raining.
Yeah, it's pretty
And gloomy.
shitty as well.
But we got sunshine coming.
Yeah.
Should be a good riding week all next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
80s. The kids, talking about baseballing and stuff?
Yeah.
The kids have not got to have a track meet yet.
That's wild to me.
3 of them. They've canceled 3.
Why can they not participate when it's
Sand.
wet?
The sand.
Quicksand.
The long jump pit sand, the shot put sand, the like the pole vaulting mats, the pole vaulting like
They can't just like cover that stuff.
the pole hole or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the pole hole, whatever,
All right,
you,
Johnny.
whatever you call that.
The point of entry.
Yeah, of the point.
Orifice, a little bit of fur around there.
Yeah, wherever that pole goes into the slot, which then would launch them up over the bar there. That thing gets full of water. I really don't know why they can't have a track meet when it's a little inclement.
I don't
No,
know.
I could see the sand being too hard. You don't want to like break a leg.
Yeah,
But you could rake that sand up.
Or just cover it,
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know why they cancel them, but we've had two of them. One of them was supposed to be home and got canceled because of torrential downpour. The next one got canceled. It was an away one, and the first one's because it was colder than shit, and the Tell City AD begged that we cancel.
Oh,
So that wasn't on
shots
us.
fired at Tell City.
Yeah, buck
Okay.
up,
Okay.
wear leg. They got cold gear for a reason, right?
Yeah.
The second one was because it rained a boatload down in South Spencer, down at Rio. And then the third one was today. And then I guess the school canceled it.
Our school, Southridge.
Yeah.
Cold and rainy.
Yeah.
Well, it's all part of it, I think. It sucks when stuff like that gets canceled.
8U Flames had a scrimmage this week.
Already scrimmaged? I thought they're doing it on Saturday.
That's their first game, opening day.
I think 6U, it's just a scrimmage.
No, it's a real game. Yeah. Opening day. First game of the season. All divisions.
They don't have a scrimmage for the...
No.
Okay.
I mean, they can, but it's up to your coaches to schedule one. between
Well, we
themselves.
talked about our staff. Coach Knoblet, Coach Windholt, they know best.
Yeah,
for our girls.
but anyway, we come out to a good start offensively with the bats, hit the shit out of the ball. Defense, we struggled considerably, but it's good to get those bugs worked out before we get into a game situation. You know what I mean? Working on some things, moving some girls around, trying some stuff out.
Because you're coaching at this level, right?
Just assistant this year.
Who's the head guy?
It's a girl.
Who's the head lady?
I don't know if she'd want me to say her name or not.
Oh, okay.
She's seasoned. She's been in the travel world for a while. She's been coached at the varsity level. She's played at the collegiate level.
I feel like he's really narrowing it down.
No, I mean, that could be plenty of people.
In DuBois County?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, in Huntingburg?
yeah.
Oh.
I guess it's all possible.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Max, big guy. We're getting ready. We got a good squad this year. The Yankees.
For baseball?
Yeah, Huntingburg Youth League.
Who's your favorite baseball team, Richard?
the Yankees. But yeah, we got the Drip Master, the King of Drip, old Smoke Dragon, old Middle Smoke,
Oh, yeah.
old Cobra Kai.
Oh, is he big drip guy?
Yeah, shows up with a headband on and some pit vipers to an indoor practice facility
Okay.
today. Yeah, and a sleeve
Oh, okay.
to take grounders and hit in the cage.
Okay.
So the Drip Master, he's all in.
Hey, spend his money how he wants.
Yeah, Bruce Bolts and everything.
Yeah.
Which Bruce Bolts, big thing now for the
What are
kids.
Bruce Bolts?
Batting gloves. It started
Oh,
in
yeah,
some little
those.
kid's basement.
Why can't they just go put on old Franklin's? Like
Well, you're right. Oh, hey, speaking of baseball, I might have heard a little chirping. I heard some chirping this week. Heard that maybe you showed a little emotion the other night. Heard that maybe the bucket caught a little bit of a rough day. Rough day to be a bucket down at Southside the other day, I heard.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Because we got our faces kicked in
Yeah.
on Monday night,
Yeah.
in which I didn't appreciate it very much.
Yeah. And then we were taking some infield.
We were taking rockets.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Fungo rockets.
I think I pulled a back muscle.
Yeah, and the guy misses like 2 or 3 in a row, and then Casey commences to tee off on this bucket with his fungo, and from what I heard, it shattered.
Caught some attention of some young fellas.
Yeah, it did.
Well,
I heard about it.
The crazy thing was, I don't So here, Dave, like,
Coach Lindemann was pissed.
well, because we've had this come to Jesus talk once already this year. So I don't.
Hey, don't hold nothing back, big guy. Let her eat. We're all friends.
My
here.
coaching philosophy.
I won't tell nobody.
Yeah. My coaching philosophy is very much eyes on the prize, know that it's a long-term thing. Don't get too high or too low on what's going on in a season.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you have to kind of hold the old tail to the fire a little bit and put a little pressure for these kids to care and work at it a little bit.
Right.
A little apathetic effort, Dave.
Yeah.
So when we're taking rockets off the old fungo and same problems that we have in a game or what's coming out in practice and we've not made adjustments and you've like a lot of times these things are very warranted because it's not like it's the first time. You know, I'll never jump a kid about something that's a first time like, hey, you just didn't know what to do. It's okay. But when we've done it,
I feel like he's taking a really long way around justifying smashing this bucket, don't you?
oh, I was pissed. I mean, I was pissed.
There we go.
I was pissed because I get tired. You could, Dave, I could record the top 5 expressions I use in baseball on my phone and just walk around with a microphone and just, oh, there was something. And just play one of 5. And it's the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
And these kids, they don't work on it outside of anything because the only time they're doing something physical is when they're PE class, if they still take PE, and then when they come to practice. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, it's video games and whatever hood rat shit they want to do.
Yeah.
So my whole thing of it is if I'm going to take my time away from my wife, my now 6-year-old, my soon-to-be 4-year-old, and my now over 1-year-old, that you're going to give a to. And if you don't want to, I don't want you here.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure.
And I know it's not kosher sometimes, but you're taking reps from some other guy that may care. And that's what bothers me the most. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to give you all the attention in the world if you're going to give me the effort. Like, this is a mutual relationship here. But if you don't want to give it, then just go over there and pick dandelion root and crush it up and fry it.
Yeah.
You know?
Make some flour fritters.
So, I don't know.
Get off my lawn, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Not in Gotham.
Not in Gotham, he said.
Is that how he says it? Stay out of Gotham.
Yeah. So, hey, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Before we move on,
Let's do it.
let's take a quick pause for the cause, brought to you by our buddy Nick Merkley and Southern Indiana Hardwoods.
Wanderers, today's Pause for the Cause is brought to you by our friends at Southern Indiana Hardwoods. Southern Indiana Hardwoods is your exclusive provider of Green Mountain Grills in DuBois County. In the market for a new grill, Southern Indiana Hardwoods has you covered. Want to accessorize your new grill? Southern Indiana Hardwoods, they've got you covered. Just need pellets for your Green Mountain Grill. Well, again, Southern Indiana Hardwoods get you taken care of. Have an issue or need service on your Green Mountain Grill? Nick Merkley and Southern Indiana Hardwoods have you covered. Rejoice, for grilling season is upon us. Don't hesitate to call today and get the upgrade your patio or grilling setup needs. Nick Merkley with Southern Indiana Hardwoods is ready to get you grilling today.
And we're back.
There we go.
It is grilling season. It is grilling season.
New line down there.
New line down there.
Yeah.
If you are on the fence about what you want to do, don't be. Go ahead and step off that fence. Call our buddy Nick Merkley, Southern Indiana Hardwoods. Go pick you one out. Go pick you some accessories out. And you will be the talk of the town or your neighborhood.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Before we get to the end here a little bit, let's hear from our friends at Catering by Meyer.
This segment is brought to you by Catering by Meyer. It's April, and that means graduation is right around the corner. Don't have a meal plan yet? Don't panic. The folks at Catering by Meyer are ready to assist you today. From the classics to something new, Catering by Meyer can build out a menu that passes with flying colors. Give them a call today and leave the rest to them.
All right. Hey, you know what? Our buddy Brad Ohanian, Brado, we saw Brado at the comedy show.
Hey,
Yeah.
talk to him.
Yeah.
He's back in.
What's he back in?
The race.
He said he was still going to try it.
Yeah, he's going. He's
Heck yeah.
He's running. He's running this weekend.
Yeah, I looked at his calf though.
Yeah.
It's bruised.
Well, he had it worked over. He got some work done.
Yeah, so we're rooting for Brado
Yeah,
and his run there. We hope it all works out. But it's time for Brado's 3 big things, brought to you by our friends at Merkley and Sons.
Welcome to the Merkley & Sons Choice Cuts Question of the Week for the fellas. Sponsored by Merkley & Sons, the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. I want to make a major announcement. The Raider Middle School baseball program exclusively sells Merkley dogs and hamburgers out of their little concession shack. If you visit your local concession stand and you don't see any Merkley packaging, you're paying for a subpar product. Demand the best.
First one up from the week of April 7th, Morgan Whalen, better call Nat Brat.
Oh God.
I bet this chair was about Nat Brat.
I think
Morgan
it's
Whalen,
wild.
arrested in Nashville. The country star is facing felony charges after he allegedly threw a chair from a rooftop bar.
Why would you do such a dumb?
This is too
hold
perfect.
on. Hold the phone. Nobody gave 2 shits when that dickweed in Bloomington threw a chair at kids. That basketball coach,
That basketball coach? You mean Robert Montgomery Knight?
whoever the he is, he threw a chair at children. They were just college kids.
No, he said that there was an old lady over there that
didn't
needed a chair.
He didn't throw it at kids.
Actually,
Well-
he threw it at the official, but he was standing by the kid shooting. the
Weren't
free
they
throw.
on like a free throw, like with the kids around the edges? I feel like everybody's
no,
like,
that-
"Oh, he threw a chair," and then Morgan Wallen throws a chair, and everybody's
Off a
like,
3rd-story building onto a crowded street.
"Okay, he threw it at a crowded basketball game with gusto towards." I feel like
Apples
it's the
and
same
oranges.
thing. Nah, I don't know. But apples and apple slices.
That's going to be an
maybe.
unpopular take there.
Hot take.
Yeah, some old fart throws a chair. Nobody gives a shit. Some young.
Because he won national championships.
See, there's actually no children in that photo.
Well, they're college students. That's going to be who
no,
was
no,
getting
no.
hit with a chair.
Like
in
there's,
Nashville.
they were like photographers and like
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
They
That
were the
makes them
media, Dave.
worthwhile.
They were the enemy of the people.
Yeah.
I think it's wild. I'm sure our friend Nat Brat is heartbroken. But, for Morgan, good press because at least he's learning because he didn't use a racial slur this time, Dave.
Yeah,
in a
he
drunken
didn't.
incident.
Right.
So that's good.
Morgan Wallen used a racial slur.
Yeah,
Oh
caught
my
on a
God.
Ring camera.
You not remember when he got canceled from everything?
Was that
That's like
Morgan
what-
Wallen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on a cell phone camera. They were looking out.
I remember. I guess I didn't know.
They
that
were
was
looking
Morgan
out
Wallen.
a hotel window. And
No. He was he got home from a night
I
out
thought
at the
somebody
bar.
said it in a song or something,
No,
and that was
No, it was him.
He in dropped it.
yeah, he said
He
a hard
in-bombed it.
R.
oh.
Did
It
he
wasn't
go
even a
hard R?
hard R. No,
No.
it was like a bitch ass, and then he said the
Oh yeah,
word.
we can't do that.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
do that.
and he said
And we're
that,
not going to do that.
and then they canceled him hard. Like
And then
took
he
him
made
off
his
the radio,
comeback.
but then it only
It
helped
made him popular.
Yes.
Streisand effect.
Yes,
Yeah. And that's what this is going to be because probably Eric Church has got a new album coming out soon.
And I
'cause he was at
guarantee it's
Eric
going to have
Church's
something to do with a chair in it.
chair tossing.
Yeah.
Looking for a late night meal? Good luck finding a restaurant open at 3 a.m. Many diners offering 24-hour service have shut their doors. Brado says it's been a long time since he's done a 3 a.m. food run, which you could tell because he's in great shape. What was or is the Dutchman's go-to late night spot?
Oh, Denny's.
Back home, we had a place called Sunshine Cafe. It was like a mom and pop
Ooh,
joint
yeah.
breakfast place. That and Steak and Shake was open, but it's been real weird. I adjusted to California evening time real well this week,
Yeah,
but I was still waking up god awful early.
that's terrible.
But the IHOP right next to the hotel was like an actual 24/7 joint. So that was handy. So I could still
You
get
said
breakfast.
Dale Denny's is still 24 hours.
Huh?
Where?
The Denny's in Dale,
Dale?
Indiana.
It's absolutely not, because I tried to get somebody to take me there a couple years ago and it was closed.
Well, that was during COVID.
Dave, we actually had this conversation probably not less than 3 months ago where we recorded late one night
We
and
were
you
gonna
guys
go.
were going to go.
But
And
it was closed. wasn't
no, that was like 3 a.m. They were still open.
it? I'd go to Denny's.
Right now? Yeah.
I'm hungry. We didn't have no glizzies or nothing.
Evansville had
Little
a
Dots pretzels. That's not doing it.
Evansville had a place called First Avenue Diner
Yeah.
that we would go to. Little
First
greasy
Avenue
spoon.
Heartache.
I was just thinking that.
Third Avenue Heartache.
Yeah, but anyways, it was a little grease spoon, and they had a kind of a platter as like we always called it herpes 3-2-1, but it was like 3 eggs, two meats, and then one like potato, and it was a nice little breakfast platter.
Prior to
So how to get herpes?
Because it's Herbie's 3-2-1.
Herpes.
Oh, I thought you said
Herpes.
herpes.
he
No,
did.
that's what we used to call it in college.
Oh,
We called
Now
it
let
Herpes
us not
3-2-1.
forget, before the 231 expansion project,
They had a great truck
the
stop
truck
down
stop.
now was that the adult store? Then?
Yes, when
there. But
that
it was a truck stop
back in
before
its
that.
prime, like when my
So it
mom,
was an adult store with a buffet.
it was never an
Never
adult
that.
store.
It was a restaurant.
It was a actually fully functioning truck stop that had
I
a
could have
restaurant.
sworn I remembered seeing like driving down the interstate.
No,
to
no,
the
it-
farm show like adult
Yeah,
something.
yeah, but that was
A different building.
no.
Same building, but it left.
It was so
They
it
tore it.
started out as a truck stop, and then it changed into a gentleman's lounge with some peep shows and some other things, and then they had some like softcore dancing with a sex shop where the CBs used to be.
So they're still selling whips.
And then they moved it to the gas station. The sex store closed, like the booby bungalow shut down
Yeah.
the main building, and then they put
How did
it
that
over
ever
in the,
happen in Du Bois County?
it's
And
that's
then-
in Spencer County.
Spencer County.
Oh,
And there was a hotel there,
Yeah.
motel there
Yeah,
too.
where you could get a room and 2 DVDs for $99.99 or $69.99 or
Whatever
probably
it was.
$69. But anyway, they had a special called the 18-wheeler.
at the sex shop.
No,
At the diner.
at the truck stop. It was called the 18-wheeler, and that was a pretty good deal there. And they get like eggs and hash browns and biscuits and gravy and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But
18 wheels.
my mom, they had like pie there, fresh pie. And I can remember I was born in December, and I can remember my dad saying that my mom was craving their like coconut cream pie or some shit, and Dad had to drive out there
Let me
like
stop talking about food.
2:00 in the morning and get her a piece of that.
Tesla on trial. Tesla has settled a high-profile case that was set to put the electric car company on trial this week. Jury selection was set to begin on Monday in a wrongful death suit filed by the family of a former Apple engineer who died in 2018 after his Tesla Model, is it X or 10? I don't know.
X.
X. Yeah.
Crashed while the autopilot feature was engaged. The National Transportation Safety Board, also known as NTSB, found the autopilot was engaged for nearly 19 minutes before the Tesla, traveling at 71 miles an hour, veered off the highway. The trial could have lasted several weeks, but the parties settled Monday on undisclosed terms. Couple things here. Number one, would you ever trust a car on autopilot?
Negative.
Yeah, me neither. Not a chance. How much do you think the settlement was for?
So depending on what evidence they
$1 million.
So depending on what evidence there was there, depending on the guy's salary, how many kids he had, it had to be good enough to get them to shut up because Papa Elon would have known it'd been pretty. I bet it was like in the 175 mil range.
No.
Absolutely, 110%. Because if it gets enough publicity,
Do you
and it
have
shuts
the
down,
actual number?
nobody
No.
does. It's just
Oh,
It's
it would be
when you
undisclosed.
do. Yeah, it's not even. They don't
because he
even
would
file
have
it with the court.
settled it high enough. Because that's something that could shut down half of what he's trying to sell, depending on how it turned out with the bad publicity.
Yeah,
Like
but,
he's got billions invested in that.
but it doesn't necessarily tell us what was going on either. I'm sure there's some very technical data and information that would put, because you're
Put
gonna,
him at risk. Yeah, 'cause
you're gonna
not
weigh the
supposed to
blame
sleep.
some places.
Yeah.
Because like, hey, even though it's on autopilot, you still have to be there with your hands, like
Yeah.
ready, or I don't know what it is.
It could have been watching some like weirdo like kitty porn or something. They found that
that's
from the
wild. Oh,
Tesla.
boy.
And said, hey,
Yikes.
We'll let you pay us to drop this.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Smart move to settle because you go to trial, all that becomes public information, and that makes it tough.
What was that movie with Julia Roberts when they were on the vacation and the world was
Bird
going to...
Box.
No, that's Sandra Bullock. The one that we talked about where Ethan Hawke was in it. And
Oh, the old guy was like, you can't have none of my rations.
yes, that movie.
I never watched. That was one of them that you went really deep into.
Yeah, the movie, like The Jungle. But anyway, they were driving a car on a dead end, and they ran into a pile of Teslas. And then they were like, "Goddamn traffic, hurry up!" And then all of a sudden, here they all came, and it was just one after another of autonomous driving vehicles, just bang, 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 crashing up, trying to kill them.
And I shouldn't say I'll never trust a vehicle to drive me somewhere. I mean,
That
it's
surprises
getting
me
better.
because you're kind of the tech guy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'll never trust it. I wouldn't have trusted it in what year is that? 2019.
I think so.
That was pretty.
18.
Yeah, hell no.
I seen a video of a really super futuristic Kenworth semi on the TikToks. I'll show
Yeah,
you.
it kind of looked like one of those Volvos mixed with an electric car. I
Yes,
saw.
sir.
He was like, "Holy shit, that's a Kenworth!"
Yes, that
Yeah, the silver
video.
one.
I sent that to our buddy Sherril's, the big heavy trucker, and
Breaker one now.
pretty wild deal there. So
Where do you stand on what if there were self-driving semi trucks? Where do you stand on that?
no, that was what was that presidential candidate? What was his name?
Vermin Supreme.
No, we're gonna take your guns and give you better ones. What the hell? You remember that? See that guy? No, it was an Asian guy, Kim. He was on Rogan and he talked about autonomous trucks. What are you laughing at? Can I not say Asian either?
No, there's just things that come in my head sometimes that I just can't help but chuckle.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's like responses to things you're saying. It's always ready to fire. I would be okay with electric trucks if there was a designated electric truck
Shutter off button.
No, not even. I mean, yeah, that's got to be there, but lane their own, how there's railroad tracks,
Yeah.
like that for electric cargo.
By the way, this may change your number argument.
Jeez, you've been studying over there for a while.
Going back to the Tesla thing. The guy's name was Huang, Huang. That didn't happen in the case of Huang's crash. Tesla said Huang's hands were not detected on the car's steering wheel for 6 seconds prior to the crash. The company said it believes Huang was responsible for the crash because investigators found he was playing a video game on his phone while autopilot was engaged.
Yeah.
Huang did not brake or attempt to steer his car away from the concrete barrier before it crashed.
Well, it's like that one fella. There was somebody that died in one, but he was sleeping. I think there was a crash. His car crashed, but he was laid back sleeping in the front seat.
Can't do that.
Yeah, it's like, well, what the hell do you expect to happen? You still got to be somewhat. Well, I don't. Well, then at least you're paying attention to something.
Cognizant.
Yeah. So I think that feller was just.
I'm all out on the old autonomous self-driving shit right now. I mean, I would get in a cable car or something that was, hooked up that, you had some, like a track, like you said, it was a train.
And I guess the fact of the matter is there's a ton, and it's not new technology. For 20 years, we've had AGVs in factories. Autonomous guided vehicles.
Yeah.
And now what makes the self-driving cars a little different is you're trusting, updated roadmap data and sensors to tell where it's going. Everything's going faster. You also got things coming at you faster than an AGV. But I think the technologies already exist. We've just got to fine-tune it enough to make it feasible for the open market as far as human transport goes. But it's not going to not happen.
When does this show come out?
Friday, the something or another.
The 19th.
Okay. Good to know. Shit.
Why?
Just wondering.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Brado, for sending them in, and thank you to our friends at Merkley and Sons for sponsoring Brado's 3 big things.
Is that one thing? The end of April already? I don't know when the heck you're going to get that scheduled anyway.
What one thing?
I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's time. We've got a Dear Dutchman fellows here. From longtime listener, first time caller. Dear Dutchman, I'm in the market for a new smoker. I consider myself to be a traditionalist, up early, battling the flame all day, and making sure the temp stays consistent on my rig. Are pellet smokers really worth it? What will my friends say? Did you guys take any shit for going to the dark side? Yours truly, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Wow. I'm a firm believer of a stick burner. Stick burners have lived the test of time. There's nothing better than kicking it with your buddies, knocking back some cold brews, and fighting that temperature. A lot of variables in mind when it comes to that, though. Weather, wind, temperature, weather,
Schedule.
Weather twice
and
there.
the weather.
3 times, Dave.
I don't give a damn what your friends think. I've had a pellet smoker for quite some time, and kind of my meats. That's a terrible way to put that. The guy that's taught me a lot about the art of barbecuing.
My meat advisor.
Yeah, I was going to say my meat smoking mentor, which
He'd love that.
yeah, he would. But my father-in-law has been rocking a Green Mountain Jim Bowie for a long time.
He goes way back.
Like the OG Jim Bowies that had like a legitimate caricature or like cartoon figure of Jim Bowie on the grill.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if anybody knows who I'm talking about, but he may or may not be known for his Q. And majority of that stuff comes from a pellet grill. So, I mean, if you're wanting to sit there and fight it, I mean, go for it. But there's the pellet smoker game has it has revolutionized so much, in as of late, that like it's still an art. You can you set it like an oven, but I mean, you can play with your pellet types. You can layer your pellets in your hopper for different phases of the cook, whether you can start out real heavy, then take something more mild, and then go back to heavy on the top.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
You can put water pans on the inside, or like, when you run you run your pellet grill, you do your biscuit test and find your hot spots, put you a water pan up there with something, on one of your hot spots. I mean, there's still tons of shit you can do. I'm all in on pellet smokers, always will be. Your friends if they give you shit.
Smoke Dragon, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, I actually miss my stick burner. I'd kind of like to get another combo grill like I used to have, like gas and charcoal both. I had somebody tell me once that they thought that there's probably there's other smokers or styles of smokers that may be better for things than a pellet smoker.
Yeah.
And a gas grill is sometimes better than a pellet grill, and a charcoal grill is sometimes better than both. But I think the pellet grill is like the best of all the worlds.
Yeah.
Especially when you got like kids running all over a hell's half acre.
Yes.
And a wife whose work schedule is crazy. But like I do miss like sitting down and just having the wood burner or the stick burner going.
Well,
and just,
sure.
like
For sure.
bullshitting all afternoon.
Yeah.
But I've never made a brisket right on a stick burner.
Right.
The bacon that we made over this past winter was awesome, and I don't know that it would have turned out that good on a stick burner because it was such a long, controlled smoke. I wouldn't have been able to hit my temperature settings.
Dial it in. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm all in.
My smoking adventures began more serious in law school, and I used to run a propane smoker.
Mm-hmm. Master built cabinet.
Yeah. And I would run
Put the wood chips at the bottom. Yeah.
the chunks. I would buy the chunks.
Yeah. I mean, we did. Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
there too, man. Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, it was fun,
For sure.
but it would suck being up every hour, 2 hours
Refilling
to check
that.
and doing all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Putting your water pan back
Yeah.
together and
And
putting
so-
more wood in.
I'm kind of late to the pellet game smoker because I've gotten mine just in the last few years.
Right.
Now, we didn't have our relationship with our buddy Nick and Green Mountain Grills. And
No,
Southern
not
Indian
at the
Hardwoods.
time. No.
Didn't have it at the time. So I've got
there's all kinds of. I mean, you got Rectex, Camp Chefs.
I've got a Camp Chef.
Traegers.
Yeah.
I mean, we're loyal to our, and I mean, I had my Green Mountain prior to our relationship with Nick.
And you did too.
I had my Green Mountain before we had a podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
with
yeah.
me.
So-
And so yeah, we've been in the Green Mountain game for a long time. So when we say that we're pro Green Mountain, we are. So
Yeah.
you should go to Nick and buy one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But if you don't, there's other ones out there. And there's I mean, it's just like Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Cadillac. They're all
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. And I think
Tomato.
my big thing why I love my pellet smoker is you get it all set up. There's a consistency to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
And you look at the brand of pellets that, like, even for instance, Nick carries. He's got a wide variety where
Yeah.
you could get whatever you wanted to
Yeah.
smoke with.
There's different profiles,
And
on
you
every
could do
single
a
one.
ton of different things.
Yeah.
And I love it that you can, as busy as we are,
Yep.
I would love, like you guys say, I mean, when we do our barbecue competition, which coming up here in September,
We got to get those flyers out.
yeah.
Mhm.
But when you think about it, like, that's a blast. Like, it's a fun hanging out with those guys,
Right.
especially those guys that could cook.
Yeah.
You know, some of them guys on the north end that you were talking to that
Mhm.
they've got the drum smokers or they got the big smokers.
Yeah,
they got
and
different
those
things
guys
like that.
in that competitive world where we're in a controlled environment in a competition setting. Yeah, a lot of them are going to run them stick burners.
Yeah.
I mean, but there was also several guys there that were putting out really quality product
With pellets.
with pellet grills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, for this situation, nobody's going to make fun of you for having a pellet. If they do, they deserve to be punched.
Right.
Because once you start,
Yeah, you're just being an asshole. at
yeah,
that time.
Yeah.
'cause once you start pulling off delicious meat,
Dweeb.
you just can't let them have it. Like, invite everybody over and say, "Oh, that was off my pellet smoker." But
Yeah.
you know, in all honesty, like, if you're interested in it or you don't know, you can go do a bunch of individualized research. But give Nick a call because he's a good starting point
Yeah.
because he's been in that game.
Or head over to St. Anthony and like go up into his little
Shop there.
little shop there and check them out
Yeah.
because there is so much shit that he knows about them
Yeah.
that we don't.
Well, and
you know,
think about
and things that have changed.
Yes,
Like especially with this new line that's out for the 24 grilling season, like
the
some of them,
technology,
yeah, them
the
bastards talk
temperature
about
control units,
talk about auto driving cars.
yeah,
Like I mean,
auto
these,
driving smokers.
yeah, these things are pretty wild.
But
these
yeah,
days, man.
it is,
and
I
that
think,
shit. A lot of people think like when I bought mine, I didn't have the Wi-Fi feature on mine, but like you know, knowing what I know now,
mine does.
I kind of wish I did have.
So when we did Thanksgiving, I did that re-smoke of a Merkley pit ham.
Yeah,
I legitimately went over to my dad's house and we were hanging out while that thing smoked.
well, yeah, Maxie does. He's got shit rolling at home all the time and watches it from the barber shop.
And it's amazing. And
Yeah.
they got, you know, Green Mountain's got that technology. I mean, like I said, mine, the Camp Chef, but you know, you fill that hopper full of pellets. And I've never thought about the layering of pellets.
Yeah,
Like I usually just go with a pretty middle of the road or,
right.
you know, competition blend there.
Yeah, you know, and it just depends on what you're going with. You know, like a lot of like depending on your cut of meat or what you got going in there. A lot of times they say, you know, pork will only accept the first 45 minutes to an hours of smoke, and then you
Yeah.
got these other ones that you know. So it just it's an art as well.
And talk to Nick about it because Nick knows. Go see him.
Yeah.
Tell him we sent you. But yeah, get in the pellet game because you're going to use it a lot more than
That's
what you
right.
think.
Mhm.
And some
And
of
your
those are-
wife can too.
Yeah.
So if you're sick and you still got a hankering for some good ribs, just kind of walk her through it. They're pretty.
and the accessories. Like I think
yeah.
when his list of accessories, I think there's like a pizza oven. Like
Oh, yeah,
there's a
there's
bunch of
everything.
different things
Oh,
there.
sear
that you
plates.
Can do.
There's
yeah.
all kinds of shit.
Yeah, you can do it. So thank you, long-time listener, first-time caller. We appreciate it. It is time for us to wrap this bad boy up so you can get on with the rest of your day. But it's time for the last pass brought to you by Hopf Outdoor Power.
The Last Pass is proudly brought to you by our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. It's that time of year. Our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power want to remind you that when you are mowing this season, do it responsibly. Yes, mow responsibly, please. Hopf Outdoor Power has new grass cutting machinery and parts to help you fix what you got. If it's time for an upgrade, don't wait because them fellers know how to sell.
All right, big fella, what you got?
So like I was saying earlier, I did some research here real quick. And when I was talking about it's Courage for Courtney is what you need to look up. You need to go on Facebook and you need to type in Courage for Courtney. And it is a small little page here that's kind of informational about what she's got going on, different ways to donate, different ways to help to kind of jump on Courtney's fight. But they are having They are having well, it says stronger than pancreatic cancer. They're having a event on July the 13th at venue 1408. You can get on here, and there's a Venmo page they're accepting donations, selling bracelets for $3, and then the swag store, like I was telling you about, from our friends at Woods, branded by Woods. But jump on the old Facebooks and type up "Courage for Courtney" and get her some shirts. They got a long road ahead of them, and they've got 2 kids, and we got surgeries, and they said at least 6 months of chemo, and I couldn't even imagine. And they're going to need an army, and they're going to need a shit ton of prayers and any kind of positive vibes you can hook them up with. So that's my final thought: is get over there and subscribe to that page and follow along.
Smoke Dragon?
Well, weather was real good out on the old western coast there, and got home a little crummy weather today, but it looks like it's going to be nicer here next week than it was there all week this week. All this talking about grilling and mowing and barbecue contests and Holland Fests, and just really looking forward to this fun time of year. So I don't know. That's kind of what I got my sights focused on here the last couple of days. So
Yeah, there you go.
Bingo.
Love this time of year. I love when the dogwoods start blooming. The red buds have kind of bloomed early, and everything's starting to get green. And kind of to Dave's point, love everything that's getting ready to come up and happen, and enjoy the time. And it won't be long. The kiddos will be getting out of school, and have a first grader and all that other stuff. But I really enjoy it. Finishing up, getting into baseball season more. Gets busy, but dedicated to you guys. Not going to let it slow down. Plus, finishing up another semester of school. We got to finish strong.
That's right.
Got to finish strong. In the same vein, the 3rd annual Wally's Ride is coming up on June the 8th. You can head on over to the Holland Legion Riders Facebook page to find out more information. Wally was a good friend of all of ours.
Yeah.
He was a good friend of the community of Holland. Unfortunately, he, goddamn, you just hate to say it, but dealt a bad hand. Mm-hmm. Something that took him away from us, and he fought, hard. I think it was about 3 years.
Yeah.
Where he battled, and during that time, he cared about what was going on with other people, not him. I know my mom was diagnosed about kind of around when all of his stuff was going on, and he cared more about what was happening with mom. And
he was a very selfless individual.
Yeah, and so the Wally Ride, those guys, Holland Legion Riders, putting it on. So if you got your bike, and it's all vehicles, I think they do all vehicles now.
they do.
But get you on a bike.
If you don't want to ride yours, I can. And
I'll ride it. I'll be there.
You can drive my expedition.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe we can swap off.
We'll talk.
Yeah,
Or I can just ride with you.
Yeah.
that'd be cute.
Okay.
And then I'll follow you guys on the Grape Ape.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. And we can talk about it.
Mm.
But yeah, get out, support Wally, support Holland Legion Riders, because there's good people in this community.
That's right.
And that's the most important thing. And we'll be there for Courtney and Rusty, and we'll do everything we can to help them. And,
Yep.
Like we talked about, previously, our buddy Mark with Celebration Ice and his wife,
Yep.
the bad news comes, but there's also the good news.
That's what Courtney's slogan is don't let the bad days win.
Yeah. And that's the thing to remember for everybody. These things happen, but
Yeah.
shoot, you see those statistics that it's improving, and technology is helping getting a lot more advanced treatments. And, it doesn't always work out, but you got to keep faith and have hope. And
That's right.
if you don't keep faith and have hope, well, it's just a tough spot.
That's right.
It is. Fellas, another good episode.
Hell yeah.
Halfway through April.
Bingo.
Sprinting towards May
Bingo.
to June to July. We'll have Bombers baseball.
Oh,
Next
my.
thing you know, we're going to be down at Holland Fest with our friends Overboard.
That's right.
Hopefully some fun interviews coming up, and maybe an event with our buddy Uncle Todd, since we're in the comedy game.
That's right.
But with that, good
Dutchman
night.
out.
Dutchman out.